Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Daily Dose Show. I'm your co host, Alex Hunt, here with Dominic Pagura, the man, the myth, the legend. Dom, how are you doing today, man? How are you feeling? The guards are in a battle right now.
They are. They're in a battle right now. After a pretty tough game yesterday that I felt didn't go the way that we wanted to, we are in a battle tonight. We are looking to clinch. Let's
Clinch!
clinch.
Let's
Let's clinch.
clinch! Let's
Let's clinch.
clinch! It's
But I'm doing all
time.
right. I'm doing okay, man. Hanging
Good,
in there.
good, good. Glad to hear it, man. You know, we're all hanging in there. It's hump day. It's hump day, we're all feeling it, man. But I'm happy to be here with you, talking a little bit of guards, talking a little bit of Browns. It's a big week ahead of us. Good weekend series for the guards and the big Browns versus Giants game in Cleveland. The last home game for 3 weeks for the Browns. So very crucial to make sure they establish that presence at home because that presence will not be felt for the next 3 weeks. So, I mean, yeah, man. I don't. Where do you want to start? Where do you want to start, man?
Well,
What's the first topic of discussion here?
well, I think our first topic of conversation would have to be the fact that we've established a 5 game lead now over the Royals and could continue that tonight. I think the Royals, they're currently playing, are they not?
I believe. Let's look. Let me look right now. I believe that they are playing right at this current moment. They are. The Tigers are winning 4-1 in the top of the
Good.
fourth inning.
Good.
So that's another thing to peep. Listen, there's enough games. The Tigers have 79 wins.
They're a game behind the Twins, a game and a
Yeah,
half.
a game and a half behind the Twins. They can't be but what? 3.5 behind Kansas City, 4.5 behind Kansas City.
Yep.
They're winning right now. They might even get head to head. I don't know. They've been whooping them right now recently in the
Right.
series. But right now you're looking if the guards could capitalize being tied 2-2 in the top of the ninth. Clase is in, so they are looking to win this thing. Clase is in at the top of the ninth, so they are looking to get one run in the ninth inning.
They're
But
looking for it.
yeah, they're looking for it. But obviously, the magic number is 6 right now. If you win, the Royals lose, and the Twins lose, obviously, because you beat them. The magic number becomes 4 very quickly. Magic number drops. Every time you win and the Royals and Twins lose, you drop 2 numbers. And now that
Yep.
might change if the Detroit Tigers obviously get themselves into the mix. But yeah, man, I mean, as it's looking right now, the Tigers are on slate to whoop the Royals. The Royals are on a very bad decline at a very rough time to do so. Obviously, injuries and things like that have belittled them down to getting whooped by the Tigers. But the Tigers are coming in hot and they want a playoff spot. And if they're taking it from anybody, it's the Twins
Hmm.
because the second place in the AL East is established themselves very, very, very highly to get the bid to get into the wild card. Obviously, that would make a slate for 3 AL Central teams to make the playoffs. How do you feel about that, knowing that the AL Central was deemed to be one of, if not the worst division in baseball at the beginning of the season? How does how does that surprise you? I know it damn well surprises me, especially the Tigers. And
Absolutely.
the Royal surge
Absolutely.
was kind of foreseeable. You know, I could kind of see the Royals being as good as they have been this year. But even if you look at it, I mean, with the fact that the schedule is way, way, way more balanced, you could see it. It's showing. Teams are
Hmm.
not like the win totals are not. I don't even know if anybody's gonna hit 100 wins this year. Maybe one of these teams goes on a surge. The guards obviously 13 games behind that. There's not even enough games for them to do it. And the other teams are not that much above them. So you're really not going to see a 100 win team this year.
Right.
So that's very odd. Obviously, you would like the Guardians 90 wins seems to be the total because right now the Twins would have to win all but one game to hit that, or the Royals would have to. I pardon. The Twins cannot even hit 90 wins. The Tigers can't hit. So if the Guards win 3 games, really, you're almost out of the clear. But winning, obviously, the underlying factor in that all. But yeah, I mean, let's look. The Guards have 2 outs. It's 0-1. Obviously, I'm trying to keep a close eye on this game. This game is very important. Your offense has been Josh Naylor. The offense has struggled so far against this Minnesota team. I mean, the first game, obviously, you come back, you win, you get the offense you needed. But yesterday, did not very much show out. 1 run today, 2 runs, both of them being Josh Naylor. You're not getting a lot of offense. You're not getting a lot of runners in scoring position as the game goes down into the bottom of the 9th. You hope that the offense can pick itself up for the playoffs. Obviously, you hope, seeing that if they win the division, they'll get a bye. You hope that will spring them also to put a little pep in their step. But yeah, I mean, the offense right now is on a little bit of a slope. Only 4 hits today. Obviously, Josh Naylor with 2 hits with 2 home runs. They had an error, but I mean, here you are. I think if I am looking at this correctly, let me double check. Box score. You have 2, 3, 4 up to bat in the bottom of the 9th. So if there's any part of the lineup you are happy that is hitting right now, it is exactly who is hitting.
Absolutely.
Logan Thomas being first, Jose, Josh Naylor. They do bring in a right-hander. Duran is pitching. So obviously does not fare well for Logan Thomas and his lefty ability, but we'll see. He's been hitting righties a little bit better. He's been on a hot streak. He's 0 for 3 today with some Ks. So we hope to change that up a little bit. But, I mean, how do you feel about the Guards right now and recently since we talked on Sunday, which is really just these 2 games in the Twin series?
Well, I'm feeling a little bit better. I still think that they are consistent with their performances. I think, they of course have those games where they get caught depending on the lineup or depending on who they're facing, this, that, and, a couple other factors that definitely play into it. But outside of that, I'm pretty confident with the way that they're playing. I think pitching is definitely taking care of business, and the offense is keeping them in every game. I mean, to have these games be as close as they are, even if they're wins, a win is a win at the end of the day. And, as we wind down the season, every win matters. Every single win matters to keep that, first or second seed in the American League, get that bye week and get that well-deserved rest after a tough series to close out the season against the Astros. But like the way that they're playing right now, I really do. And they have a game tomorrow at 1:00, so it's an afternoon game.
Getaway game for sure. Game for sure. Lane Thomas grounds out, 1 out in the bottom of the 9th. That's no bueno. Obviously, a quick first out there. I didn't even realize that it started. But as I was just looking through the box score, Tanner Bybee pitches 6 2/3, gives up 5 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk on 5 Ks. Obviously, that's a solid start. You almost get him going into the 7th. Obviously, he gave up a hit or something to knock him out, but that's a solid start. Obviously, Bybee has been teeter-tottering with the ERA, but obviously he sits at a 3.56 right now, which is obviously really, really good. Really solid, especially for the fact that he's been kind of one of the only pitchers that's thrown all year long.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, obviously it was a very good Bybee start. You hope that it could get rewarded with a victory, but let's see. Obviously, it's a tied game, bottom of the ninth. Jose Ramirez grounded out. So that is 2 outs. Now the man with 2 home runs already, Josh Naylor, steps up to the plate. You like it and you don't like it because you kind of already threw Cade Smith. You already threw Clase. Obviously, you still have Gaddis. You still have who actually I think he might. No, he did not. It was so you still have Gaddis. You still have Heron to close out this game. But the more pitchers you throw, the more likely you are to have less pitching tomorrow to obviously close out what would be a very crucial final game. There was a mound visit, very oddly enough. So I do want to say that. I don't know what that's all about. I mean, I assume if I was a smart person, you just walk him. You intentionally walk him and put him at first with 2 outs because and he's not a very good base runner.
Right.
Especially because you don't really have anybody that could come in and play. I guess you do have Kyle Manzardo, and he's a little bit faster. So maybe they put in Kyle Manzardo as like a pinch runner, but
Naylor's got 2 home runs on the night.
Yes, he does. He's our offense. He has 2 home runs. That's it. It does look like, from what I'm seeing right now, it's already 2-0 that they are probably just going to pitch around him, not give him anything that he wants, because obviously today he is seeing whatever he wants and mashing it, because, yeah, he's looking hot. This game is crucial, especially with the Royals losing. If you can win this game, that would really help a lot.
Absolutely. I totally agree.
But
I've been paying attention to some of the game, but I'm glad that you brought it up. And now, actually, on Baseball Tonight, they have the game currently pulled up. It's kind of like Red Zone, but it's like you don't have to pay for the Red Zone because they just put all the games on that are going on the screen at once.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice. It's really nice. Well, I mean, and the Guardians Twins is obviously one of those games. Two teams that are fighting for stakes in the playoffs. It's obviously more eyes are gonna watch. I'm surprised that baseball's gonna get hot. You know, finally you're gonna start seeing some baseball pop up on your feed if you're a sports fan for once, because truly there's nothing like playoff baseball. I mean, playoff baseball is one of a kind. It's just so unpredictable. It's so crazy. The stories, the players. I mean, it's truly one of the biggest team sports in the sense of, yes, a couple players could obviously prove to be bigger than others, but dang, as Josh Naylor actually strikes out swinging.
Wow.
Yeah. So here we are as we head into extra innings. Obviously, a runner will inherently be at second base. The only bad thing for the Guardians from here on out is that they are now at the bottom of the lineup. So I wouldn't be surprised if you see Vogue start throwing some players in the lineup to try to win this thing.
Of course. Yeah, definitely. It's getting down to the wire here. I'm glad that this game's going on live while we're doing the show too.
Yeah, it gives us something to kind of talk about as we talk about the Guardians coming down the stretch. Obviously, it's been a crazy season. The fact that you're in the position you're in, you're very happy. You wish it could have been better because with the way it was going before the All-Star break, it was kind of looking like the Guardians were going to get way over 100 wins and potentially break into a crazy season. But nonetheless, the season has been very, very, very successful. You are 2 games above 20 wins over 500. You're at 22 games over 500. I mean, with how teams are looking this year and how you're sitting here with a bye, I mean, you can't be mad at that. You really can't.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I mean, yeah, if you think about it, I mean, you're 22 games above 500. Sitting here thinking about all this team has gone through with injuries, losing Shane Bieber, Tristan McKenzie, obviously going back to AAA, Logan Allen going to AAA. I mean, you have so many different stories. Noel coming, big Christmas coming out of nowhere. I mean, Jose Ramirez being the goat. Josh Naylor stepping up big. I mean, Jimenez having a solid season. Quan having a crazy beginning of the season. I mean, yeah, you look all around, and this team has had so many different call ups and so many different roster changes. I mean, the lineup always changes every day. It seems like you see a new lineup. It's been exciting. Vogue, first year manager, has looks like he hasn't missed a beat on what it means to be a Cleveland Guardian and to be a Cleveland Guardians fan, because this team falls out of the playoffs for 1 year and they always seem to find a way to bounce back. So here we are. I mean, it's almost I don't want to sit here and somehow jinx it, but this is a team that you say is in the playoffs no matter what. You basically could say that they're in the playoffs. As long as they do not completely fold and just melt down, they're in the playoffs.
Absolutely.
So that's big. That's just huge. It's huge. It's
Like you
massive.
mentioned, though, Naylor's the only offense we really have so far tonight. So hopefully that changes into tomorrow afternoon. But outside of that, yeah, only a handful of games left, coming down to the last game of this series, and then 3 series left: one against the Cardinals, one against the Reds, and one against the Astros. So that kind of wraps things up there, and you know,
Yeah,
hopefully, like you said, they can finish strong.
yeah, 100%. And I'm just looking. They got an infield single. There's runners on first and second. Gaddis is the pitcher, so they are going with the best of the best from this trying to get this W. Which obviously you're this far into it, you might as well just do everything you can to get this win. Especially in a big series like this. At least you can, with this win, you even it no matter what. And then you're looking forward to maybe potentially winning three of four.
Right.
Wallner, I will say Matt Wallner is. Oh shoot, Will Castro hit by a pitch. The bases are loaded with nobody out.
Ah, shit.
Just like that, the bases are loaded, nobody out. I will say, Dom, if you wanna pull up a live or something, talk to the people for a second. I have to use the restroom very badly.
Oh, you're all right.
So I'm gonna
go right ahead, buddy. But anyways, yes, all you lovely people at home, it is I. Just want to fill you in, of course, on the Guardians. Obviously, like Alex mentioned, extra innings. It's been a long day. I've got not much energy left in me, but it's been a long day. Of course, always nice to kind of unwind and just watch some baseball. But yeah, never something good you want to see. 3 pitches in and um, bases loaded, top of the 10th. Yeah, that's not too good. Gaddis has some work to do for sure. Just no sack flies. That's really it. Gaddis needs to stay in command on the mound. I've got the game pulled up right now. A little bit behind Alex's feed, so that's okay though because Alex isn't here. So Gaddis on the mound, of course. Bases loaded. Wallner is up. Takes it low. So we'll see. I'm really interested. I just can't believe that it's such an interesting thing that Naylor was the only offense we necessarily had this afternoon. I'm really surprised to see that. Got a nice strikeout, not strikeout, but a nice strike there, swinging strike on Wallner. Nothing up the lanes, nothing down the line. A sack fly, that's whatever, but you don't want that. You want to take care of business. Whew. Foul ball there. 1-2 count. Gaddis is looking to sit Wallner down and bring up another decent hitter in their third hole here for the Twins. Let's see. 1-2. Oof, down low. Again, Alex will probably come back and he'll see that he's ahead of me, and hopefully it's good news. Though that's what I'm hoping for. Here is Mr. Alex. He is back.
Yes, Mr. Alex is back. Oh gosh, what is going on?
That's what I'm saying, man.
A battle of the ball. Bro, never mind. Oh man, foul ball. No, this is an interesting time. Sorry, let me turn the camera back on. Uh, this is some interesting times we got going on, guys.
Mm.
No good, no good. You hate to see this.
Did he walk him home?
No, not yet, not yet. I'm not 100%. Haven't seen it. Oh, he strikes out swinging. 1 out.
It's
You get
nice.
1 out, which now opens the double play to end it without scoring a run. So now you get a little bit more freedom.
Gosh, I can't
Uh,
believe I'm so behind you.
yeah, well, I'm looking at the live feed, so obviously the TV feed's going to be a little bit behind.
I got
But
you.
yeah, I mean, scary. If they could get out of this with no runs, then you're looking really good. You're looking really good, especially with a runner at second. You're looking really good.
And this would have been a great game to go to.
Yeah, this would have been a fantastic game to go to. I wouldn't have been able to leave.
My friends went to the game last night.
Disappointing game.
I was gonna go to the game, but I was glad I didn't.
Oh yeah. It's a disappointing game. You know, obviously every game I've been to has been semi good. I did go to a White Sox game that we lost, but we at least lost like six. It was like 8-4, and it was 6-4 at one point in time. So yeah, it was cool. It was good, but yeah, a low scoring game for your home team is just not a good game to go to. The one time I went to a Pirates game versus the Guardians in Pittsburgh, and yeah, the Guardians beat the Pirates like 11-1. And it was just you feel bad for the Pirates fans, but obviously as a Guardians fan being in Pittsburgh for that game, I was hyped. Psyched.
Psyched, hyped, whatever, bro.
I know, 100%.
I know what you was saying.
Yeah, Gaddis is in a good count right now against Carlos Correa. Carlos Correa does have 2 RBIs. Oh God. Oh no, Carlos Correa. Not good. Carlos Correa singled. It is 4-2.
Shit. Not good.
Not good. Not good at all, especially with how the Guardians have been performing. Not good. It was a bad slider. Left it in the middle of the plate for Carlos Correa. He's going to eat that up.
Yeah, what are you doing throwing a slider in the middle like that?
I know, on a 1-2 count, too.
Right.
On a
Throw him something
count.
low.
A 1-2 count. You got to play.
Terrible.
They still have a double play with the runner at first. Carlos Santana is up 0-4. Obviously, you hope to just get out of this and mitigate the damage, but they still do have a runner on third, so a single here does score a run. So you need to mitigate damages. Well, it wasn't good, Obviously, the Guardians have some work to do. They got bases loaded, no outs, in play and outs for Carlos Santana, so hopefully, potentially, a double play.
Yep.
They did get a double play. So it is the bottom of the 10th. The Guardians are down 4-2 against the Twins. Obviously, that is not good.
Crazier things have happened.
Gaddis, you have David Fry, Andres Gimenez, John Kenzie Noel up to bat. Obviously, that is if no pinch hitter is applied. Obviously, who knows? Vogue might go to someone who he thinks has a better chance. But as it looks, David Fry, Andres Gimenez, and John Kenzie Noel will be your Guardians up. And yeah, we're sweating out here. It's extra innings baseball. Gaddis made the mistake of hitting somebody. They get the infield single, then Gaddis hit someone. Next thing you know, with the runner already on second base inherently, you find yourself nobody out and bases loaded. A very hard jam to get out of. Obviously, Gaddis gets the first out, gives up the single to Correa, scores 2 runs, gets Carlos Santana to get into a double play, and now we find ourselves here. Not impossible with the fact that a home run will instantly tie it up with the runner on second. The bad news is the runner on second is Josh Naylor, because it is the last out of the last inning, who would be Josh Naylor. So, with that being said, you do not have speed on second. But being down 2, you don't really need speed because you're going to have to get multiple runs. You're going to have to assemble some hits. Ronnie Enriquez replaces Johan Duran. So I don't know who this guy is really, but he's a righty. I'm surprised David Fry is still in, but Josh Naylor will be at second base in the bottom of the 10th.
Why aren't they showing the game on TV? Why is it a commercial?
I'm sorry, brother.
I paid for MLB Red Zone, not whatever this is. I don't know. It's fine. It's fine. It's whatever. It's whatever. But Alex,
you need something big here. I'm sorry. I'm glued to the live stats right now.
I get it, man.
I need.
We're gonna get downtown though, and we are going to take our pictures, and we're gonna go crazy. Yes. And then I'm gonna promote the crap out of it on my IG.
Yeah, on everything.
Bro, I haven't posted on IG since 2021.
Yes, no, we're gonna get some we're gonna get some stuff going for the Daily Dose. We're gonna get some. I think what I did decide that I was gonna start doing is every either Sunday night or probably I assume it might be Tuesday. It might be a Tuesday thing after all the games end, or it might be a Monday thing reacting to the Sunday games, or a Sunday night thing reacting to the Sunday games. I'm gonna do a live reaction, watching all the YouTube videos that they release of all the games and kind of reacting to them, talking about them, seeing what I see, and my opinions on how I think everybody's doing around the league. Gives me a chance to kind of have fun with some viewers and also watch some football, look around the league and see what's going on. Obviously, I do want to start doing that, so I'll have to see what day works out the best to be able to do it, and so on and so forth. But yeah, I don't know why it's taken so long for them to start this bottom half of the inning, but I'm antsy and I'm on my feet. David Fry's up. I'm gonna look at Enriquez. This year he looks pretty solid. He's only had 14 games, so he's pretty young, 24.
Need Manzardo to take one deep on him.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Wait, is Manzardo up or is Ximena?
It's Fry up. Fry is up.
Bro.
David Fry is up right now.
Did I miss something?
No. You haven't missed anything.
Why is Manzardo playing then?
Oh, well, they might have pinch hit Fry for Manzardo.
Oh, maybe you're behind now.
Yeah, maybe my app is not updating. Maybe that's why it's taking so long. Let me refresh my app and see if
I forgot you were watching the live feed and you're not watching the actual game itself.
Yeah, see, MLB at bat's kind of tripping out. I mean, I could pull up the game. It would just.
Nah, you don't have to. Manzardo. He's a goat.
He is.
Oh man, we are locked into this game today.
We are very locked into this game. When you got a game like this, you got no other choice but to be locked in, you know?
You'll like what we just saw there.
And Manzardo just delivers a base hit from what I see. Gets a run in. It is 4-3 with a runner on first base. Manzardo Mangardo gets what I see to be a hit, and all right, looking solid here, looking solid.
Mangardo.
Sorry, everybody just got hit with the audio blast from the game, but nonetheless, Miles Straw comes in as a pinch runner.
There we go, Miles.
Miles Straw comes in as a pinch runner here.
I
So
like to see
now,
the strategy being played.
yeah, now you get speed on first base.
You got a lefty versus a righty
And
too.
you got a lefty on Andres Jimenez versus the righty in Enriquez. Obviously, 5 pitches in. Manzardo gets the run. It is 4-3. You're down 1, nobody out, and a runner on first base. Big news here. Big news. If Jimenez could get on base as well, and you can have speed and speed.
Dude, even if oh man, no, I'm not gonna jinx it.
It's 2-0 right now. It's 2-0. Andres Jimenez is up to bat.
If Jimenez
cool, calm, and collected as always, because he's Andres Jimenez.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see. We're relaxing here. We're relaxing, obviously. 3-0 on Andres Jimenez.
You're like 2 seconds ahead of me, literally.
Am I?
Literally. You said 3-0 as the ball was like in the end.
That's funny. That's funny. The team is the fans are anxious right now, chat. It's a great time. Sorry I call you guys chat. We're not streaming this. This is being recorded today. But time called. Dom.
What's up, man?
This game is taking over this episode. I mean, this game is taking over our lives right at this current second.
It's all right, man. It's understandable.
I mean, listen, he was about to run out of the pitch clock and get a free ball 4. So the catcher actually saved him. But yeah, I mean, if the guards, obviously, you make a move. You get David Fry out of there, struggling, going 0 for 3 today so far. And you put in Manzardo, who's been doing pretty hot recently. Obviously got the day off today. And here you are. He delivers. This is another...
This is an interesting one.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. Interesting. Very interesting. It's 3-0 on Jimenez still. Miles Straw obviously back up in action with the quad injury. Ball 4. Andres Jimenez does indeed walk. You have 2 speedy runners on and a very rattled young Enriquez, but there is a pitcher in the bullpen. You assume that the coach is going to get this guy out of here. Reliever, not doing well. Here comes the pitching coach, and the catcher already used a timeout, so that means his day is officially done. Not a very good outing right here for Enriquez. Gives up a run. You now have 2 on, nobody out. Will Brennan up to bat. Chill Will is up to bat.
Chill Will.
With a chance to win the game, but also a chance to just do some damage. You have Miles Straw on second base, so a single basically almost guarantees a run. You have Andres Jimenez on first base, so a hit in the gap could potentially mean ball game.
Right.
So you have the winning run on first base, Chill Will up to bat, tying run on second, nobody out, Chill Will Brennan up to bat. Obviously, it's going to be a chess game from here as the Guardians go deeper and deeper down the rabbit hole into the bottom of their lineup. As I look here, so actually, Will Brennan is hitting for Jhonkensy Noel. I just want to let everybody know that Jhonkensy Noel got robbed of a double, most likely, or in the last inning. So a very interesting call to have him not in here. Obviously, I do see a righty on righty matchup is probably not the best. As Chill Will does take strike one. Obviously, he just threw 4 straight balls, so you're not looking necessarily for her. You're trying to make him throw a strike, trying to see if you can get your pitch there. Yeah, obviously that was not his pitch to hit. It's interesting, guys. Will Brennan gets a change up right down the middle, and he just misses it. So
they're showing a flashback right now.
Yeah, they are. They're showing a flashback of Will Brennan hitting I believe that was a game-winning home run.
I think so.
Against the Twins earlier this year at home. So
Ooh.
He did not go. Ball 1. All right, Chill Will, relax, buddy, relax. The last thing you need here is a strikeout, because then the double play becomes very dangerous. It's still dangerous, but
his bat is looking sticky.
Oh, Will Brennan, base hit. Miles Straw is rounding. The tying run will score. Andres Jimenez is at third base. The game-winning run is at third. Nobody out with the runner on first. And the Cleveland Guardians have a tied ball game, a brand new game.
What did I say?
New game,
what did I say?
Chill Will, baby, Chill Will.
Oh,
gosh, Chad, this is a great game. This is a fantastic game to be on with you guys. I love this live commentary. Miles Straw was cooking from the get-go. They almost could have got, with how fast Andres Jimenez was, they almost could have sent him too.
They've got runners at the game-winning run at third base, no outs.
Another timeout called by the catcher because of Enriquez almost getting a pitch clock violation. Bo Naylor is up to bat 0 for 3, but all he needs is a sacrifice fly, something deep enough to get this ball game started. Inside, 1-0 it starts on Bo.
Bo knows.
He just needs to be relaxed. He just needs to be relaxed.
I'm going crazy right now.
No double play, no anything. You just need to be relaxed here. Bo just needs to get good contact on something. Rips it foul. He got the pitch he wanted. He was just a little too anxious and jumped on it.
This game's got me going.
I know this game's got me going, man. I'm rocking the gear. I'm feeling the team energy today as everybody waits anxiously. The game is tied. So regardless of this, we are going to see some more extras. Ooh, as Bo Naylor swings and misses on a pretty good slider low. A pitch that he saw before and just hammered, so he definitely wanted that one back. As he's just looking to put the ball in play here with Jimenez on third, you have speed. So you're just looking to get something in play here. Inside, takes for a ball, 2-2.
2-2 Bo.
Brian Rocchio is up next on deck. He should get an automatic as long as a triple play doesn't happen. Rocchio will be up next.
Just need a sac fly. Put the ball in the outfield.
Oh, and almost a pass ball there.
Wow,
that was close. But 3-2. Bo Naylor has worked himself into a 3-2 count.
Dude, this is crazy.
This is insane. Every fan is on their feet clapping right now. It's Bo. Bo is in control right now. He just needs to get the pitch. Bo Naylor with the foul ball. Bo Naylor just absolutely drilled it.
Did you see that lady? She was like,
yeah.
Did that hit me? Yeah. Fucking pay attention.
Oh, man.
I want to see Mangard.
Man. Bo Naylor still 3-2. That's good contact. Good contact on the foul ball. That's too close to take in a 2-strike situation. I like that. That's a good foul ball.
This team is feeding off the crowd's energy tonight.
I mean, listen. That's what you got to do in these times. In this time when you just need a comeback, you got to rely on the crowd, and the crowd brings it. Bo swinging at that high cheddar. Good pitch. Gets him. He's thinking fastball. He wants to hit, and he threw that gas by him. Definitely a ball he should have taken. just a little too high at 97. Very hard to catch up
Oh,
to
they're
that.
taking the game off the thing. That's game over for them, right? Yeah, that's the final. Now show me the Guardians game now.
It's okay. Enriquez is getting taken out of the game. That means that there is one out. The sack fly is still in effect, but the double play does end the inning. But the game is tied as we go into commercial break. Dom, how are you feeling, man? Brian
Gosh,
Rocchio is up to bat. He's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Obviously, Rocchio having a very rough season. Had some ups, had some downs, but nonetheless, all around has been very meh. So, with that in mind, I mean, I don't know who else you have on the bench with Will Brennan coming in, Miles Straw coming in, and Manzardo coming in. I don't really know if you have much left on the bench to play, but I think this is one of those things where you kind of just gotta let them cook.
I agree.
You know what happens happens. You're tied. The worst that happens is you go into another inning. You obviously hope to win it here with 1 out and a runner on third and first. All you need is a sac fly. Once again, we're sitting here. All we need is a sac fly.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh
I
man.
agree.
Oh
I
man.
cannot believe this.
I am fiending, man. I'm crazy. I am going crazy. This is insane. This is insane, baby.
This is quite insane. I agree.
Now they're showing a flashback to Brian Rocchio hitting a walk-off on May 8th.
Really?
Trying to spark some confidence into the team right now.
Oh boy.
But, oh man, Dom, here we are. New pitcher coming in. This is Tonkin. He is 4-4, has a 3.75 ERA, 74 innings. He's been out there. In 7 games with Minnesota, he is 0 for 0 with a 4.76 ERA. Someone who obviously has given up some runs. Not their best bullpen option here. As the crowd is on their feet, Brian Rocchio is up to bat with a chance to put this game away. And on the first pitch, a lot of foul balls, man.
Dude, they're showing the darn commercial right now for this.
And it looks like the Guardians win.
What?
Brian Rocchio singles on a ground ball, and the Guardians will win the game.
No way.
The Guards win.
Dude, that's crazy. What a win for the Guards.
To first base, and the Guardians will take it in an extras thriller. I just saw it happen twice, baby. The Guards win the game. Brian Rocchio, nevertheless, the man of the hour. I mean, talk about clutch.
Unbelievable.
Talk about resilience. This team gave up 2 in extras and said, that's fine. We'll get 3 instead.
Yep.
Rocchio is probably, I mean, he looks like he's crying right now. He's going through it, and rightfully so. I mean, man, that has to feel good for a man who's gotten so much.
I was going to say, of course, I'm watching a Chick-fil-A commercial.
A man who's gotten so much hate and so much animosity around him and questions, even us, obviously. Dang, as he just hits a ground ball that hops right over Carlos Santana, who's playing shallow, obviously, to try to keep that runner from scoring. And there it is. You get pinch runners, pinch hitters, and they get it done. You're now looking at a team who tomorrow is going to play to potentially win the series 3-1. They solidify their official playoff spot. They are now officially in the playoffs. Even if they tank for the rest of the year, the Guardians will be a playoff lock. Dom, I mean that's got to be a lot of weight lifted off this team right now. A
Yep,
lot of weight. A lot.
absolutely.
I do want to say the Tigers and the Royals, the game is still 4-1 in the top of the 7th inning. So I do want to say as we look out for that, as obviously that is another big game for us to look out for in terms of the standings. The magic number will now automatically go down to 5, but with the Royals loss, the magic number will actually go down to 4, and we are looking at potentially with two guards wins. If the Guardians win tomorrow and the Royals so happen to lose tomorrow, I mean you're looking at a 2 game and potentially the
Wow, I'm
Tigers.
shocked.
Yeah, man. Listen, if the Tigers win tomorrow and the Guardians win tomorrow, the Tigers will officially be in the playoffs.
Yep,
Not
yep.
officially, not a lock, but they will be in the standings in the playoffs. Is that not an insane thing to think about? Because if they win tonight, they will be a half a game behind the Minnesota Twins. A half a game. A half a game.
Let's go.
Is it bad that I'm cheering? I'm
No.
cheering. I want Detroit in, man. I want Detroit in. Why? Why not? It's baseball, baby. They got Manzardo, Rocchio, and Will Brennan sitting up there getting interviewed. Oh man, it's a good day. That was what a time for us to film this episode, man.
Absolutely.
What a great time.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's electric, man. That's electric. Who would have thought, man? I mean, the guards go to 88 and 65. I'm actually gonna go in right now, and we're gonna live. We're gonna watch me. We're gonna watch me change the standings. The guards are going to be 88. Oh, and 65. Dude, I weirdly don't get the Twins. Like, I can't get to the Twins.
Why not?
It's like, it's literally like in between the things that I'm trying to. This is stupid. Hold on. We got it. The Twins go to 80 and 72. Officially, the guards are cooking. And maybe even by the time we finish this episode, we could change the standings again and the magic number, depending on the ending. Obviously, with the way the guards game just went today, we cannot count out the Royals coming back and winning. So, but Dom, I think it's time that we put a stamp on the Guardians for a second. We take a step out of the baseball realm, and we hop into a little bit of Cleveland Browns.
Absolutely.
I think we got a big. This is the last episode, obviously. Before it's going to be the reaction to how the Browns play on Sunday. So, talk to me. How are you feeling going into this game? How do you feel about? Let's give me your final thoughts as we put an end to this Jacksonville game. Tell me your final thoughts. What you think about the game? What you saw? What you think needs to improve? What you think improved? And yeah, I just as we put this Jacksonville game to rest, just give me your final thoughts so that we can kind of dive into this Giants game and attack how we think this game is going to be going forward.
Honestly, I've got a lot. I've got a lot on my mind.
That's fine. We're here. That's what the show's about. It's time. It's a time to vent and unwind about our Cleveland sports teams, as obviously we love our Browns and we love our Guardians, and right now they're in full swing. So, talk to me. How you feeling? How'd you feel about Jacksonville? Give me your final thoughts.
So, final thoughts after a few days. Honestly, I really, really, I still harp on the disciplinary issues, especially with the
Yes.
O-line and all that good stuff.
Yes.
But outside of that, honestly, defense had a really decent game, for giving up the points, but holding them to what they did
Yeah.
and keeping the offense, on the field pretty much to have those chances to score points. It was electric. I thought Watson played a lot better than people are kind of crediting him.
I
He had
mean,
a lot of plays where he broke out of the pocket. And I know a lot of times, like when Watson rolls out, like I mean, obviously you don't know when he's gonna roll out. The play isn't a broken play every time. That's not planned.
some play
So
action plays are meant for him to roll out a little bit.
exactly. And
So
I don't know the statistics of times that he does versus times that he doesn't facing penalties. But I think a lot of times on these broken plays, the O line just gets caught up because they don't know where Watson's even at.
yeah,
He's moving around that pocket and then he pops out of nowhere and then he's running for either the first down or he's running to throw the ball, on a wire there. Um,
yeah. I mean, you listen. We don't expect them to be perfect. We don't expect there to be no penalties. But to be the most penalized team in the NFL, which the Browns are currently heading into Week 3, that is not where you want to be. And obviously, Kevin Stefanski talked about it in today's interview with the press. But yeah, I mean, you can't be on you just can't be this undisciplined with a team that's this good and already battling as much adversity as they are currently. You can't have it. You know what I'm saying? You can't
I
have
get
it.
it, man.
You can't have all the penalties. I'm glad you harped on that first because that's really the big thing. Because
That is.
if you take that away, the Browns had Deshaun and the Browns had 4 good drives. If you take penalties away, because 2 of them were completely just washed away by penalties. It was the same thing that happened in in Week 1, where they really could have had a shot to be in this game if they just don't get penalized. Obviously, 3rd and 36 is not where you want to be when your team just got a first down. That's just
Right.
like, you know what I'm saying. That's all these things are very inexcusable. The team needs to become more disciplined. Obviously, a lot of the penalties, especially the holding penalties, came late in the game. Jacksonville Heat early in the season, still very hot. Not going to use it as an excuse, but am saying that it's definitely a factor on technique going to shit because of stamina. But nonetheless, you need to be better going into Week 3. But yeah, Deshaun looked way better.
Hmm.
He looked 10 times better. No interceptions. He didn't have any passing touchdowns, but obviously had the rushing touchdown on the first drive of the game. Really set the tone. He had some beautiful throws, and he would have had a couple more if people could catch. So, wide receiver catches is another point of emphasis here that I have for the Browns. They need to, whatever is going on, it feels like Jerry Jeudy's the only one that can really catch the ball consistently. And Elijah Moore, who barely gets touches. But yeah, Kevin Stefanski said that Njoku is most likely going to be out for this week. That sucks to hear going into Wednesday. But yeah, Akins did very well. And obviously, they're going to have to transition some people into the tight end role to kind of play that chip block kind of person. But I mean, yeah, you took care of Jacksonville. You won pretty dominantly. It got scary towards the end, but the defense showed out when they needed to. The offense got drives when they needed to. They really dominated on the time of possession and really a lot throughout this game. But yeah, man. I mean, how do you how do you feel about like yeah the Giants? It's 1 p.m. Eastern. It's home. It's gonna be at Huntington Bank Stadium. How are you feeling, man? Like how do you feel going into this Giants game? Because obviously, like the cocky part of me as a Browns fan wants to be really confident because the Giants uh,
Where it was
are not
freezing. Fan was pointing.
you're good are the Giants are not as talented as us all around. We really should win this game. This should be a no doubter win, more of a confidence win. But they do have some talented players. Obviously, Malik Neighbors is no joke. Daniel Jones, when he wants to, is solid. He's okay. They obviously lost Saquon and some other players throughout the year. But, I mean, yeah, I feel confident going into this game on all aspects. You hope to get some offensive line back this week, which is really, really, really nice. But yeah, how do you feel? I mean, how do you feel going into this game? What's your prediction going into this game? Score prediction. What are you feeling, man?
Honestly, I think with this one, it's going to be our defense is really going to show out in this one. I do think so. It'll all come down to how our offense performs against their defense. But personally, I think our defense will take care of things. I think,
Oh, I think they're
maybe,
gonna
maybe
destroy them.
they'll get some points maybe on field goals. But other than that, I could see this being a 24-6 win, or
Yeah.
I could see them not scoring a touchdown. I could see a whole plethora of things happen, man.
100%.
Honestly.
I have the another point of emphasis for the Browns being score more points. We gotta get out of the teens. We need to get a 20 plus point bomb. Deshaun Watson needs to get at least 1 to 2 passing touchdowns. Get the run game involved just as you did. Establish the game the same way that you established the Jacksonville game, except get to the point where you could kind of let Watson air it out, kind of let these players go, because this Giants defense is just not as good as the defenses you have played in the last 2 games, and their
Right.
offense is not as good as the last 2 offenses you have played in the last 2 weeks. So this is a game that you really need to go into. You do not take your opponent lightly, and you just dominate. You dominate from start to finish. You should blow them out. Deshaun Watson should get at least 1 to 2 passing touchdowns. Get the ball to Jerry Jeudy. Get the ball to Amari Cooper. Get the ball to Elijah Moore. Spread the ball out. I want at least 3 offensive touchdowns from them. At least 1 rushing and 2 passing. Like that's just something I want to see from them. I want to see a 20 plus pointer. Obviously some field goals. Like I want them to score 27 points because they could win this game 27-6.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
yeah, that's my point of emphasis is just put it down their throats. Don't be passive. It's week 3. You gotta let it. You gotta start letting it rip. The early season jitters need to be gone by now. The team is established. The offensive line should be getting healthier, which should help Watson, should help this run game, and it couldn't be coming back at a better time because you really want that offensive line to be established when Nick Chubb comes back, so that way you could kind of keep it protected and healthy, running through clean pockets, not taking as many hard hits as he would. Obviously, he's a running back; you can only protect him so much, but yeah, I mean,
Man,
you're just holding out, man, for a time where Nick Chubb comes back and your offense is looking a lot better.
every time if Chubb like takes a decent hit or like
It's gonna
gets
hurt. Oh,
caught in
everybody's
a
gonna
I'm
be like,
gonna be like,
ooh, 100%.
don't do that.
And that's how it is, and that's how it's gonna be. And sadly, it sucks that he couldn't get any training camps. He couldn't get any OTAs. Obviously he's been in the Brown system for long enough for him to know how it works, how Kevin wants to run the ball. This offensive line has been together for a good amount of time. So you obviously they're not gonna just let him run the second he comes back. He's gonna get very minimal touches for a couple weeks, slowly get him back in because he's someone you're gonna want to go on a deep playoff run with. So they're not as worried about getting him in on these first quarter of the season because it's really about the second half of the season and having him for the playoffs in the second half that really matters. So yeah, the Browns are not gonna rush him in any way, shape, or form, nor should they. We're Jerome Ford, obviously solid. Donta Foreman looks like he can add a new level of running style to this Browns team, and obviously it all just revolves around Deshaun. He looked a lot better in week 2, and if he could get just 10% better than what he was last week, Deshaun's looking at a game that could potentially catch the eye of some people and some doubters and give him a little bit of confidence that he still got it and he can still do this. And it'll be big. This is a big confidence game because you go 3 straight road games. So you're going to need that confidence. Obviously, 2 of the 3 being against the Raiders and the Commanders, 2 opponents that you should go in and beat. But obviously, the Raiders beat the Ravens, who haven't looked like themselves. So we'll count that for what it's worth. But you really are looking at a three stretch that you should gain a lot of confidence from that heads you into some opponents in the division and some tough opponents outside of the division, like the Chargers matchup that'll be sprinkled in there with a couple of division opponents. But I'm just looking for some confidence, getting sparked into the team. Obviously, getting healthy through these games because you're just hoping that you don't lose any big players to some big injuries during these times because right now you want the team to get healthy as they get into a tough stretch of the season, which is that middle part of the season, which the good thing is has a lot of home games sprinkled into it, seeing that they go on the road for 3 straight games. So, yeah, man, I mean, anything you have to add about how you're feeling about the Browns right now?
Honestly, no. I mean, I'm kind of at a content point after what we saw week 1 and obviously what we were able to improve upon for week 2. And honestly, I think I'll have more and more to say, obviously, as the season goes on. But after this 3rd week, I think I'll really have more of a better opinion of kind of how I'm gauging this team, especially with the return of Chubb on the horizon and, the return of a few key players on that O-line that definitely contribute well to the run game overall. And hopefully they can contribute to the play action game because I know that's a heavy part of Ken Dorsey's new offense that they're instilling in Cleveland. So give Watson a chance and, give him those blockers and those tackles that he really needs to ensure he has a clean pocket to do what he needs to do, because otherwise he doesn't have, the time and he doesn't have the resources necessarily to get the job done on a daily basis.
I'm looking right now and at the Browns schedule, and after that Commanders game, week
Brutal.
5, week 5, it's
Brutal.
brutal. You don't have another easy game until, I mean, maybe the Broncos week 13, and then
Maybe.
after that you're back to, I mean, it's once again it's Eagles, Bengals, Ravens, Chargers, all fantastic teams. We have a roadblock against the Chargers. We can never beat them.
Is it in Cleveland?
Yes, you go 3 road. The good thing about, I will say, the good thing about the 3 road game stretch is that you go at Raiders, at Commanders, at Eagles, but then you're home for the Bengals, home for the Ravens, home for the Chargers, and those are 3 very crucial games that you're gonna want to win, and you definitely have a way better advantage being at home. And then you go bye week, which is perfect, middle of the season. You get to recoup. I think you assume by then Nick Chubb has been back a little bit. It gives him another week to kind of rest up. He's seen some action, get some more practice with the team, more reps. Um, then you go at Saints, which will be an absolute brutal game with how the Saints are playing offensively. Obviously, you have a great defense. It'll be 2 great defenses colliding. You go home Steelers, away Broncos, which shouldn't be a problem, away Steelers. Then you're home versus the Chiefs, which will be a very good game. Towards the end of the season, playoff implications will most likely be on the line. At Bengals, home for the Dolphins, and then away for the Ravens to end your season. That game is to be announced for the time because depending on how this season goes, that could be a playoff contention spot, division winner game, a game that could decide a lot. So,
Absolutely.
but yeah, I mean, you're really looking for some confidence for the Browns in these next 3 games, going into Philadelphia on the road, obviously, and then you go to a nice homestand. You're good against the Bengals, so you're confident in those games. The Steelers always give you fits, and the Ravens are always going to be a tough battle. But yeah, I mean, brother, it's been another great episode. I think that's kind of our wrap up on this. I do wanna go back real quick to say that. Hold on, let me look. It is the top of the 8th. Detroit. That means it's going to be the bottom of the 8th. So only 2 more at bats go arounds for Kansas City. They are still down 4-1. So it is looking very likely that the magic number will go down to 4. Dom, I hope you're psyched, man. I hope that
Like, man,
the next time that we go live with the viewers, we could potentially be talking about a Guardians team that has clinched the division title and clinched a first round bye in the playoffs, earning some rest, some much needed rest for the players after a long, hard fought, injury riddled season. And yeah, I mean, other than that, Dom, it's been a pleasure once again as we get to the ending stretch of this show. The Guards win again in a thriller in extra innings in the bottom of the 10th. They win 5-4 against the Minnesota Twins. The Royals are looking to lose against the Tigers, and the Browns have a big game against the Giants to instill some confidence, show themselves that they could beat the teams that they should, and yeah, hopefully next time the viewers see us, we are talking good things about the Browns and the Guardians. So until then, we love you guys. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, follow us on TikTok, Instagram, subscribe on YouTube. We love you guys. We will see you guys on Sunday. As Dom said, he does work, so it will be a later show. It will be live. Make sure you guys tune in. We love you guys. Go Guardians. Go Browns. And we will catch you guys on Sunday. Deuces. We love y'all.